Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a special 555 portal reading for the collective, in particular for my Starseeds and my Lightworkers, but for those of you who are drawn to this, there may be a message in it for you. I do want to just bring your attention to the beautiful sound of rain in the background. It's a very sort of rainy spring day. It's absolutely beautiful, but that is that background noise because I do have the window open. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit of background information about the 555 portal, and then, I'll try to timestamp the reading as well where it begins. So May 5th, 2021 is the 555 portal day, and it's an extremely important portal during a month where we are anchoring change that we've been descending during this 5-year, because 2021 is a 5-year. If you guys have listened to me for a while, you know that 5s represent conflict, change, but they can also represent instant manifestation. We have wonderful opportunities with the massive energies around us. So we have this new moon in Taurus coming up. We also have the full moon lunar eclipse in Sagittarius, all helping us to anchor more love into the earth plane. The 555 passage is one of the most important in terms of personal activation and assistance. And a lot of us, and especially if you guys have been listening to my new moon and Taurus readings, they've been a little bit different. They've been all about change, because this is what this 5 portal energy does for us. Okay, so this portal's main frequencies will help many of us to open ourselves into our wisdom, show us what is our true mission here, helping us get onto our soul's path, and also is going to show us the revelations that we need for the next steps in our journey. So if it has felt confusing, or if we've been finding ourselves too anchored or too focused on the 3D, this is really a time where we're going to experience this shift, this frequency shift. Now, also, many of you guys know that, I woke up this morning with a really, really bad headache. When we're experiencing these ascension symptoms, it's really important that you take very good care of yourself. You may have headaches, you might have dizziness, you might have fatigue, but it's also about listening to your body, okay? And in particular today, you guys, I don't know if you want to, sometimes it helps me to like wear a hat or a hood, just sort of protecting that crown chakra, because there's been a huge opening here. Okay, this portal is also really important in terms of manifestation. Not only the materialization of our soul desires, so in the 3D, like, money, abundance, love, relationships, but also it's the conscious co-creation of the cosmic energies and the beings. So calling in your soul tribe, and for many of my star seeds out there, it's about, it's about your collective and recognizing that you can always tap into that energy at any point in time. Okay, to help restore and bring peace to the fabric of the earth plane. So also really healing the earth, working, pulling in from your earth star chakra into your root, not only helping you to ground, but also sending this beautiful energy that you're pulling in from above into Mother Earth to help her heal. Okay, so this is a year of great change. It's a 5 transformational frequency that's going to be really emphasized today. So you guys are most likely, especially those of you who are really sensitive, are going to be feeling it. So on the 5th of May, it's a time to dissolve lower energies and aspects of the self that no longer serve our unique purpose and that of the collective. Okay, so that's also a purge and release process that's going on here. All right, you guys, so I'm going to go ahead and jump into this. I am using the beautiful Star Child Tarot, and I should have the other cards that I'm using listed and linked in the description box down below. So let's go ahead. And as I'm doing this, I'm just going to ask that you guys like, share, and subscribe. All right, messages for the collective, please, for this 555 portal day. Messages for the collective, please, for this 5-5 portal day. All right, so we see the 10 of Cups in reverse. Okay, interesting. So I did feel, I kind of wrestled with whether or not, I should do this as a twin flame reading or not, because I feel like my twins out there were really, really calling out to me. But I chose not to. But I do feel like with this 10 of Cups in reverse, many of us are feeling a bit disjointed. Now, it could be for those of you who are on a twin flame journey because you're in separation, but it could also be that whatever we've been working towards, we either feel like it's been taken away from us or the path before us has been clouded. So there's been a lot of twists and turns within our journey. So while we're experiencing this sort of lack of equilibrium, we haven't quite, been able to, like when we're reflecting on our path or where we've come from or where we are currently, some of us are realizing that we have to really shift that focus from the 3D. Our manifestations of the material is beautiful and wonderful. We're meant to enjoy this earthly experience and all the pleasures that come along with it. But it's also about shifting your focus to the collective and your true life's purpose. And Spirit's really asking you to go big here. Really, really focus in, hone in on what is it that would make your sort of soul sing, your heart be full of joy. What will truly make you happy? So we have the Queen of Swords in reverse in the position of, what may be blocking you. So for me, when we see the Queen of Swords in reverse, this can be a distorted feminine energy. And remember, this isn't gender specific. This is, we all have masculine and feminine energies within. It could be a particular person, but I feel like more than anything, it's about being anchored in some sort of anchored in the past, any sort of hurts or disappointments. And sometimes, that becomes part of our narrative and it really becomes who we are. And it's this negative imprinting on your nervous system that Spirit's saying it's time to now purge and release to see a higher perspective. You're also going to see a real shift in your relationships in doing so. It's like no longer being able to engage with toxic energies or lower vibrational energies. And I do feel like, as much as we've been on this beautiful ascension process, there's always work to be done. And sometimes we slip into bad habits, or, maybe we were, whether it was a relationship or whether it's from our childhood or it's, societal, values and constraints and what we grow, the traditions and beliefs in which we were raised in. It's time to cut away from that. It's time to really look. And because we have this Pluto and retrograde energy working with us as well, it's about really, really digging deep. And, whether it's we're talking about sex, whether we're talking about taboos, whether we're talking about, things that we've suppressed and we've kept hidden, they're coming to the surface so that we can really, truly purge and release them for good. Okay. So the Justice card in reverse, this is in our intentions. So this is about bringing balance back into our lives, into our relationships, really taking a look at this shadowy energy, something we're carrying around with us, our relationship situations, that sometimes we make excuses as to why we need to be a part of it. Okay. And sometimes there are things that we can't help, if it's like family members or if it's, part of our job, or coworkers, or things that we're really, really, things that we can't just sort of cut out of our lives, but, we try to ascend past it, but it still really triggers something within us. This is what you're being asked to look at, these negative responses and these triggers, naming them so they can no longer throw you off balance. So karmic justice, I'm getting there's a lot of heartbreak. I'm getting there's a lot of disappointment. There's a little bit of frustration because things do feel out of balance. The path forward does seem confused and does seem a little bit cloudy for many of us. And I'm getting this energy, of feeling bereft coming through here, okay, which is like feeling alone, feeling left behind, feeling, and whether this is like in your relationships, and for many of you it may be the twins that I'm picking up on, feeling like, in separation from your twin, or if it's like feeling like you wasted time, or you've lost time, or the universe isn't answering your prayers, okay, or that you wish you had done things differently. Spirit really wants to come through and say that everything is unfolding exactly the way it's supposed to. But it does warrant a look at anything that's throwing you off balance, because the Justice card here it's Libran energy. It's about weighing up options. It's reminding you that you have a choice. not only of, what you engage in, the energies that you allow into your life, but also the relationships, and then look at what's triggering you, okay, and how you can protect yourself from that. Do you have to engage with this type of person? Do you have to, do you have to be in these situations? And if you absolutely do, how can you rise above it, okay? And how can you focus on your own emotional fulfillment and dreams and goals? And what choices can you make that are going to, shift you out of any sort of lower vibrational timeline? What you need to do, the Knight of Pentacles. So for many of you guys, I do feel like, there's been something here. It may be a tower moment. It may be something unexpected. You may be looking around and saying, oh my gosh, how did I get here? How did my life become this? And some of you are going to be, very grateful and happy. And others of you are going to be, or others of us are going to be looking around and seeing, I never thought things would turn out like this. The Knight of Pentacles here, you can see what I love about him. He's turning on his heart light. And this is so that you can attract your collective, for those of you who are starseeds out there, or members of your soul tribe, like-minded souls. This is a reminder to keep going. This is a loyal soldier. It doesn't mean that your path is less unique. It doesn't mean that you take orders from anybody, but it's really about being devoted and moving forward and taking things step by step towards making yourself happy. And sometimes we do have to go through and do a regular sort of cleanup, and that's what this 555 portal day is really allowing us and helping us to do. What you need to do within, we have the universe. So you have it all at your fingertips, you guys. This is a reminder here that our inner world reflects our outer world. So again, if we are in, in our 3D, if we're experiencing a lot of turmoil, a lot of difficulty, a lot of, if we're experiencing a lot of sadness and a lot of sorrow, it is about going in and checking up on this lower vibrational energy that we may be carrying around with us, that maybe we've sort of allowed to sort of sneak into our narrative, and to get rid of it. The World card is telling you it's time to close out this cycle, and that you're on the precipice of this major shift and this major change. So not only for manifesting what's best for you and putting you on your soul's path, but also it's about anchoring in these light codes. And this has a ripple effect, not only to the collective, but also Lady Gaia, or Mother Earth Gaia as well, sort of, anchoring in this energy into the earth, okay? Into the earth plane for healing, for growth. It's a time of really great change here, you guys. The Eight of Wands in reverse tells me that for some of you, you may have had certain manifestations in the 3D that haven't really happened for you. Okay, so whether this is about manifesting love, whether it's about manifesting union with your twin, whether it's about, abundance, whatever it might be, Spirit's asking you to go a little bit more general here. Spirit's asking you to take a really good hard look at what might be holding you back. All right, because for many of us, we've been setting the same intentions with every new moon, every full moon. And if we don't see these coming to fruition, we don't see these tangible results, there's something within that isn't aligned, okay? And I do feel like there's a sadness or there's a sorrow that you're carrying around with you, a feeling maybe of, becoming indifferent, or that you've experienced some injustice. But all of this has really been honing you. What I'm seeing here with the Eight of Wands in reverse, many of you guys have either stopped communicating with Spirit or your higher self. Many of you have withdrawn from a particular situation to protect yourself, which is fine. But there is a real need here to call in your soul tribe, to connect with your collective, especially those of my starseeds out there. Work with your angels. We all have a guardian angel, but there are certain angels that we can call on as well to help us achieve what it is that we want and what it is we need, especially if we feel like we're under attack, or we kind of keep running up against a brick wall and we can't see the pathway forward. I do see that there's victory and success, but it's going to take some work here. And as you guys know, it's healing work, and healing is not for the weak. It is truly, truly for the brave. So we see the Queen of Crystals coming out here. So this is the Queen of Pentacles. So for you guys, the collective, this is about you really getting into this nurturing energy. This is co-creating with spirit, your guides, your angels, your soul tribe, my starseeds, with your collective, really, really spending time connecting with that energy. And it's energy that we've been descending to create change. And it's about being in an energy of love and compassion. This is an energy of being stable and being very grounded. Okay, it's a beautiful, beautiful energy here, you guys. And this is also about nurturing yourself and nurturing your dreams, and that what you have set out to accomplish, you absolutely will. But the Queen of Pentacles is about being stable in the 3D, but also recognizing that you have all this help in the other dimensional realms as well, and nurturing and creating the life that you truly want and deserve. Overall energy, we get Starseed, so we get the Fool. So this is energy, you guys, that it's time for something new, and that you're basically clearing out the old with the universe, completing a difficult cycle that's bringing you a brilliant success. And many of you, you are going to start to see these manifestations that you've been really working towards start to happen here in the 3D, but then also in the remote soul planes. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pull some Cosmic Dancer Oracle cards for us for some additional messages. Additional messages, please, for the collective, for this 555 portal. All right, so we get honor the process, exactly, and that's what this Queen of Pentacles energy, smack dab in the middle. You are in this process of development, of transformation, and it may not be taking place as quickly as you would like it to, but it absolutely is happening. So it's about taking it step by step. And sometimes we may be frustrated because we have to purge and release the same energy, the same person, the same, the same programming many, many times. And sometimes we feel like maybe we're not doing it right. But sometimes it takes releasing it 1,000 times before we actually can, and that's okay. Remember, the Queen of Pentacles, she's going to be somebody, she's going to, this is like treating yourself as if you would your own child or somebody that you really truly love, being kind and compassionate on this very difficult but also very glorious, very beautiful transformational journey. So we get be a channel. So this is what, I was really getting with the downloads here with this reading. This is about many of you, connecting. This is especially for my starseeds, connecting with your collective. But when we talk about the energy that you've been descending, so we see this person in the forest. So it's about pulling down. It's about co-creating, not only with your soul tribe, with your collective, with spirit and your spirit guides, but it's about anchoring these light codes into the earth plane to actually change the fabric of the earth. And that in turn, we're dropping that down into Mother Earth Gaia. Okay, as I'm saying that, I don't know if you guys can hear how heavy the rain is becoming, because we're being flooded on this day with energy. And this is energy we're descending to create change. All right, we say practice daily, number 8. So this is about really honing your daily practice, you guys. Remembering to carve out that sacred time and that sacred space to meditate, to pray, and to not only set your own intentions for the day, for the week, for the month, for the year, but remember that you also have to, it's not just about focusing on what you want and in the material world, but also setting intentions for the collective. Okay, it's very important that you include the collective in your daily practice, in your manifestations as well, and also Mother Earth. We get look in the mirror, number 40, beautiful. So this is about really, I feel like they're really drawing us back to this Queen of Swords energy, taking a look at any sort of disempowering beliefs, thought processes, or narratives that might be anchoring you in lower vibrational energy. It's time to move past that. It's time to clear it out. And this is absolutely what's happening. And some of you guys are physically going to be feeling these effects. Okay, I'm also seeing that they do want me to include my twins out there. So those of you who are on a twin flame journey, those of you who are waiting on a twin who's not awakened yet, you're holding space for this person. A reminder that the work that you do at the soul level is also going to be affecting them. The breakthroughs that you have are going to be, giving them breakthroughs as well. and we get create sacred space. So I told you, I felt this, the importance of making sure that you have that space within your home. I have one of my very, very beautiful, beautiful soul sisters out there who, meditates and prays and has her own altar in a closet, within her home, so that she can have this beautiful, the sacred space. It's necessary. And if you don't have it, you need to do it. You need to find it. You need to carve it out for yourself. You absolutely deserve it, no matter how big or how small it might be. So now I'm going to pull from the Pegasus Oracle, and we'll see what additional messages come out for the collective. Additional messages, please, for the collective. We get White Pegasus of the Sacred Waterfall. So we're getting a lot of this cleansing energy. A lot of you guys are going to be, whether you recognize it or not, it's like it's vibrationally removing negative energies and toxins. So some of you guys are going to be focusing on diet and exercise, but this is a huge purge and release process. Getting ready, we see the World card and we see the Fool card, the Starseed card there. This is closing out a cycle and starting a new one, but not really bringing that baggage from the past along with you. Okay, it's about clearing that negative imprinting, hurt and trauma and disappointment, or beliefs that you're not good enough, or somehow you don't deserve this, or you haven't done what you're supposed to do. All right, and then we get Storm Rider of the Lightning Moon. Wow, number 10. So we get another number 8. We have lots of 8s coming through in this reading, you guys. 8s are about ascension. They're also about manifestation. So in a big way, like bringing in 3D manifestations. So this, the White Pegasus of the Sacred Waterfall is a healing that's going to help you create positive expectations of being loved and of receiving generous blessings, especially in the areas of your life where you have felt the most challenged. To trust in your path and accept what is divinely destined for you, one must become willing to let go and be moved when the time comes. No matter how much you have suffered or how stuck you may feel, great clearing and healing are possible for you now. This offering will wash away all that has been in the waterfall of white light. If you allow for it, you shall completely overcome your past and rightfully claim a fresh new beginning, sealed and protected by loving spiritual grace. This is your time. Wow. So if that doesn't sort of like just confirm everything that we've been saying, you guys, now is your time. This has not been easy, but remember that we chose to be here at a very difficult time in human history. And oftentimes we do get caught up in our own life and the things that are, in our daily life, and the things that we need and that we're doing and that we want. But I can't help but stress here that it's also time to broaden that perspective and see what your unique purpose is here, because it absolutely has this ripple effect out into the collective, and to remember that. So the Storm Rider of the Lightning Moon, it says, although you cannot predict how or when it will occur, your unexpected liberation shall take place at the best moment. So remember I was talking about, 55, well 55 is the master number. It can be about instant manifestation. This is that tower moment. This is that electricity, the buzz that you may be able to feel in the air. But when it actually happens, it's going to be quite unexpected. So your unexpected liberation. So as if out of the blue, a crystal clear insight and a jolt of spiritual energy will shatter the chains of suffering that have held you captive for far too long. And that's this Queen of Swords energy. This is releasing that. So there's something that may have been triggering you, a person, a situation. It may be a heartbreak or a trauma. Again, something that's imprinted on your nervous system, just gone. Just gone. And again, you may have tried to release this 1,000 times, but it's this one time where boom, puff of smoke, it's gone. All right. So it's a jolt of spiritual energy that will shatter the chains of suffering that have held you captive for far too long. Though the storm may seem fierce and you may feel afraid or be on the brink of losing hope, our beloved guardian Pegasus bestows the spiritual grace and power necessary to protect you and help you realize that the capacity to free yourself rests within you. This suffering shall pass. You shall rise again, refreshed and ready. Absolutely. Absolutely. Beautiful energies here, you guys. All right, let's go ahead and we'll pull in some Star Temple energy. Additional messages, please, for the collective. I mean, look at all of this darkness, and then it's like all of this light. Huge, huge transformations. You guys are going to be feeling it. My sensitive, my empaths, my light workers, my star seeds, all of you, you're going to be feeling the energy around today. And you might have felt like extremely tired. I know, for example, yesterday I was struggling. I had to take naps in the last couple of days. My body felt like I had 1,000-pound weights attached to every limb. You know, this has been very, very dense energy, you guys. All right, so we get the Star Daughters dance. I dance, sing, and play with my sisters at the sunset. That's your soul tribe. My star seeds, those of you in particular who have been feeling as if, you know, you're detached somehow from your collective, remember that you can always tap into this. You can always tap into their energy, their love, and their support. Many of you guys also have soul tribe members in the 3D. Maybe you've been out of touch or you've gone a little bit MIA. This is just a reminder to reach out, that you're definitely not alone on this journey. You don't have to do it all alone. Okay, and then we get the fallen star, shame, number 38. So we have another number 11. So this is kind of what I was picking up in the beginning of the reading, you guys. I no longer hide my face. I step into my light with love. But some of you guys are looking back and you have some regrets about either feeling like you've wasted time, or it took so long to release a person or a situation, or you can't believe, you know, you're only at this point in your journey. And Spirit wants you to really, really purge that. You are exactly where you need to be. Many of you guys, you may have had very difficult pasts. You guys might have struggled with addiction, or there's something about your behavior, whether it was, you know, like anger management, whether it was, you know, maybe you felt like you were a doormat even. There's something there's like a behavior that you feel like wasn't lining up with your true authentic self. And there's a little bit of shame around that. And I feel like for many of you, it goes back further than just the recent past. But Spirit's saying it's time to release that. Time to release that from your narrative, because that's been holding you back. You are not your past. Your past, yes, helps you, has shaped you into who you are, but it doesn't mean that it's something that you have to carry around with you. All right, and we see that. Look, we get these life lessons. I go within my shadow for deep spiritual growth. That's exactly what I've been saying to you guys about you know, about this Queen of Swords energy. What is it that you now need to purge and release, because you've learned the lesson and you're ready to move forward. All right, so let's go ahead and we're going to pull some Keepers of the Light oracles to see what energies are assisting the collective at this point in time. The Divine Director, intervention and purpose. Divine intervention is occurring. Know that you're being guided, and happiness is your purpose. And I feel like they keep wanting me to go back to those of you who are on a twin flame journey, and those of you who are in separation from your twin. This is necessary. Okay, this has been divine intervention. For those of you where you're not where you want to be in terms of love and relationships, or your twin flame journey, or your career, or your spiritual journey, or your health. Spirit is saying that also there are these, as we see with the Storm Rider, there are challenges that arise, you know, when we want something that's not for our highest good, and we kind of, you know, we turn our back on learning the lesson. That Spirit comes through, okay, comes through to take it away from us, because it's not for our highest and greatest good. And remember, our angels and guides, they will intervene when we are in danger, okay? And so for those of you who are experiencing this 10 of Cups, this energy, this feeling of bereft, okay? They just keep showing me that word, being bereft. It is a challenge, and it feels like a low point, but it's about getting you back on your path and into alignment, okay? And let's get another one. Oh, there we go. We get Hilarion, divine healing. Honor your sensitivity. retreat to recharge and heal, your light can support others. So again, this is about heart healing, you guys. Co-creating. I love this energy. This is also a lot of divine masculine energy coming through. So for those of you, you know, again, for my twins out there who are in separation, I feel as if you're holding space. Many of you are waiting on your divine masculine. Not all of you, okay? Remember, it's not gender specific. But the divine masculine is also maybe has retreated and created this energy, or you're feeling bereft because of that. And it's a healing, and it's a transformative process. So it's about, you know, it's about staying your course with the Knight of Pentacles, keeping the faith, continuing on your path and your journey, holding space for the masculine as he goes through this transformation. And as you transform and you release, that's also going to really, really help. You know, it's going to help your situation. And it's also, it's not just you, you know, the work that you do, whether you're in a twin flame journey or not, or you're a light worker, you're a starseed, whatever it is, remember this has this beautiful ripple effect for the collective. And then you also get Paul the Venetian. I love Paul the Venetian. Share your gifts with grace. Waves of inspiration and love are coming to you. Okay, so there is something absolutely beautiful coming to you with this brand new journey. Okay, so to wrap up this reading, I'm just going to pull some Starseeds cards for you. Okay, messages for the collective, please. Strength. You are being guided by the cosmos. Stay strong. A positive outcome is assured. Intuition. Trust your intuition. It has been guiding you to the answers that you seek. Okay, thank you, Spirit. And we get channel. Look at that. Many of you guys, you are a channel through which healing energy reaches the world. That has been sort of the crux of this reading. And we have double confirmation there. Many of you guys, you're receiving an upgrade. Okay, and you're recognizing, many of you guys are realizing, share your gifts with grace, that your unique purpose here is to really help and to heal. And whatever it is that you do, whether that's being a parent, whether that's being a student, whether that's, you know, whatever you do for work, that this is your unique gift and your unique way of seeding and spreading the light. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Sending you lots of love and light. Take care.